I gotta say, so far I am hugely impressed with the new GBA case from LaserBear. Greg did an awesome job here. Let's dig in. Alright, so I'm going to have to take this apart. The top piece, which I think is optional, we can do plexi, and as soon as I get one I'll let you know. I have seen this piece printed with some translucent, transparent filament, and it did actually, I mean, it's thin enough that actually you could see through it, which is kind of cool. But I still want, you know, total clarity, so still looking for plexiglass. So there's these little divots on the sides that hold the top in place, and that's been the one thing that I've seen so far that was maybe we could do better. Like this divot right here is not touching at all, and that part of the case can just move up and down freely. And then there's divots like right in the corners. I'm not sure if that's the best place for them, but also it looks like right here the case is pushing in on the top piece. Like if I squeeze it, kind of bows like that, and that's kind of the impression that I'm getting, is that it's pushing. Like you can see a gap up here that shouldn't be there, but there's like no gap here and here. And obviously the texture, that's just the bed that's used when printing it. We could try smooth, whatnot. But where it really shines is this could potentially be a screwless installation. And, you know, I've just barely just put it together, and I am hugely impressed. So basically, we're going to get this assembly together, and it's just going to slide down in place. Yep. So there's the one big piece, and of course we got a huge overhang here, and there is several lines of filament there that are just not attached. So might look into getting a support structure in the middle, make it a little bit better. And then these other two little pieces, like so. So it's just a 4-piece kit like that. So back slides over the USB HDMI connector, and then that just slides in place here. And it looks like there's actually a possibility of using screws, at least up here. Not so much in the back, at least with the current design. Kind of talking about that a little bit, if we're going to put screws on it or not. And then these two screw holes are just going to slide into slots right there. One thing I don't like about it is you don't really see, like right there's a bit of a gap between the tray and the connector. And it makes me wonder, is like, oh, do I have the GBA board pushed in all the way? You know, there's no real click or indication that it's in all the way, and you know, and the PCB has these little like mouse bites still left on there, and some of them could be bigger than others. You know, do I need to file those down in order to get in all the way? You know, a lot of questions like that pop up. I guess it's not going to make much difference. Yeah, I don't know. I can't really tell if it made a huge difference or not. But, of course, you'll have your ribbon cables attaching the two boards, but after that it just kind of slides down in place. So this piece has to clear the back ridge that the top piece rests on. I don't love that, but it's manageable. And then the GBA board kind of has to click down into place right here. And look at that, the headphone jack hole is perfection. I mean, that is just so much better than what it used to be. But unfortunately, he had the clearance for the volume knob, and that ended up with a little hole right there, and I really do not like that. I mean, we're already destroying the power switch. You know, why not? Maybe not destroy the volume knob, but we could at least like lift it out of place or bend it out of place, I think, and you know, just get rid of. I guess it's. I thought it would just bend up, but maybe not. Maybe glued down or something. Have to look into that. But I mean, that's just, that headphone jack hole, that is just win. That looks so much better. So the other problem is that piece doesn't seem to go down and click into place as much as I'd like it to, or at least mine doesn't. And then it seems to be very easy to just push it back up. There's nothing holding it down, pushing it down. So it needs to click into place a little better, because you know, if I force it down, man, that looks good. That looks really good. You know, and I know that's almost it. That's it. That's so awesome. Push the top down and then you're basically done. There's a GBA game. Oh, what did that? Was it just the cart? I hit it with the cart maybe? And lever it off. Remember, that divot right there is not holding it. With an EverDrive, that gives you a little more meat to tug on the cart. GBA game a little more difficult, but and you can see they covered the SNES port more like what it is on a real Super Nintendo. I have no preference on that, honestly. And I believe this was going to be the power switch hole. I think they were talking about going to a different switch. I believe we're going to change to a slide switch, because our source for the push button, which I don't have one sitting in front of me, you know, it's the same body as this this toggle. No, it's not for the toggle, but the switch itself like doubled in cost or something ridiculous. So we're just going to change to a slide switch and probably have some kind of 3D printed button for the slide switch, hopefully. I was kind of pushing to see if we could get the original GBA plastics to actually move the slide switch. That would be really cool too. So if I'm thinking about it, it would be whatever. I'm trying to think of how the GBA is, the original GBA. It's like off on one of the sides, isn't it? Still, this is a huge improvement, Greg. I really like what you did here, and I can't wait to see the Neo Geo Pocket Consolizer case. That's gonna be cool, especially if it's anything like this. So, I'll do another update video when I get the clear plexi tops. I believe Codex's, I've kind of directed Codex to Greg's files. Greg has already released all these files. As a matter of fact, it's kind of an open source deal. So if anybody does a variation and wants me to check it out, hit me up. And let me know what you think of it. As far as news on when the actual mod kit's going to be available again, I don't have any now, but I always tweet about it, and it will be on the website, etc. Same with Neo Geo Pocket Consolizer and all the other projects. I don't have any news to share at the moment, but when I do, I will tweet it, and I will put it on the website, and you can find it there.